Week 10 of the NFL season begins tonight with the Chargers and Raiders, and this is a brand new Kickoff with Kelly. Good afternoon and welcome into Kickoff with Kelly. I'm Kelly Warner, and as always, I'm here to get you ready for another week of NFL action. Last week was a weird one with lots of surprises and shakeups. Let's look back with another edition of Love It or Leave It. Football fans across the country, especially Ravens fans, are loving Lamar Jackson after he led Baltimore to a 37-20 victory at home to hand the Patriots their first loss of the season. The Ravens were not in my top 3 of the AFC in last week's show, but they have definitely made their case as the team to beat in the AFC. The NFC North is leaving Week 9 winless after coming into the week considered by many, including me, as one of the strongest divisions in the league. All 4 teams played on the road, but the Packers and Vikings were favorites, with the Bears and Lions closing as underdogs. This was the first time all season the division was completely swept, but if I was a fan of these 4 squads, I wouldn't panic just yet. They should rebound and continue to win key games out of division, but down the home stretch when they start to play each other is when we'll find out if the Packers can hang on to first and who will lock in a wildcard spot. Now that we've covered Week 9, let's move on to Week 10. We kick off tonight with the Chargers and Raiders both coming off wins and competing for second place and wildcard contention. The Chiefs remain the clear top of the AFC West, but the competition for second is getting more interesting, with Oakland and LA looking a lot less tragic this past Sunday. Oakland is favored in this game by a small margin, and I agree it will be a close one, but the Raiders just beat the Lions while the Chargers made the one-loss Packers team look silly. So I'm putting my money on the Chargers to win this one on the road and take second. Now let's take a look at Sunday with this week's can't-miss matchups. The 5-3 Rams travel to Heinz Field to take on the 4-4 Steelers. On Sunday, the Pittsburgh Steelers found a way to get past Indianapolis and improve their record to 4-4. The Steelers are 3-1 in their last 4 games and have won their last 2, keeping their playoff hopes alive, especially with securing the tiebreaker over the team ahead of them. The Rams are coming off their bye, also winning their last 2. The Seahawks travel to Santa Clara to try their hand at beating the unbeaten 49ers on their home turf. The 49ers won a tight one in Arizona over the 3-5-1 Cardinals on Halloween to remain undefeated to start off a week of weird games. The Seahawks had to rally in overtime to best the 2-win Buccaneers. These are 2 great teams I'm excited to see play, and I think the Seahawks are some competition for the Niners, who have had a relatively easy schedule until now. If anyone can humble their defense, it's MVP contender Russell Wilson. I think this will be a close game, but the Niners will pull out the W before they have a stretch of tough games ahead of them. We've kicked off and now it's time to cash out. I am joined today by Noah Chass. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, what are we betting on?
So I'm going to follow what you're talking about, that NFC North. They had a tough weekend this week, but I think they're going to bounce back, and I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers over the Carolina Panthers. They're currently 5-point favorites, and they frankly just got embarrassed this weekend. Aaron Rodgers said it himself. They were humbled. They were paying too much attention to what the critics were saying, and they were kind of a little high on themselves, and they got humbled by this Los Angeles Chargers team. And I think they're going to bounce back. You don't see Aaron Rodgers have 2 back-to-back terrible games. And while the Panthers have Christian McCaffrey playing out of his mind, in my opinion, the MVP, and Kyle Allen keeping them afloat, this is a quarterback's league, and Aaron Rodgers will outduel Kyle Allen every single time.
That will do it for this week's Kickoff with Kelly. Remember, brand new episodes every Thursday at 3 o'clock, streaming on Facebook Live. And if you missed us, be sure to check it out on the Penn State Sports Nights YouTube channel. I'm Kelly Warner. Enjoy your weekend.